Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please come. So, Sakshama, to begin with, we all would like to know something about you, from you.
So my name is Sakshama and I am a resident of Patiala, Punjab. I have done my schooling from Patiala and thereby I pursued my Bachelor's of Commerce from Sri Ram College of Commerce, and since then I've been preparing for Civil Services exam, and my hobbies include watching the Korean daily vlogs and doing vegetable gardening and public speaking. I'm a keen learner and my friends around me find me a very determined person.
Okay. Now, first of all, tell me, I'm a little surprised, perplexed. What is the meaning of Sakshama?
Sir, Sakshama comes from the word Saksham, which means capable to do everything.
Okay, so the feminine has been
Version
done
of
to
it
that.
is, yes.
Okay. Okay, Sakshama, you are from Patiala,
Yes, sir.
isn't that? Do you know anything about history of Patiala?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Patiala was developed as the Ala ki Patti, that is the land of Baba Ala. And Baba Ala around the Qila Mubarak developed the city in late 16th century. And since then, the Patiala as a region has developed during the time of Mughals as a regional center as Patiala Gharana. Later on, it developed as PEPSU, that is the Patiala and East Punjab Union states, and then it got merged into the Indian Union in around 1950.
So that's why Ala ki Patti is called Patti
Patiala, yes, sir.
Isn't that? Okay. And your father is working in Jalandhar.
No, sir. My parents belong to
Your
Jalandhar,
parents
but
belong. And
they
what
moved
is the
to.
history of Jalandhar?
Sir, Jalandhar is named after Jalandhar Nath, who was a disciple of Gorakhnath. And it has around 9 bastis, and it is also one of the prominent centers for sports industry.
Okay. And I find that your father is Deputy Financial Advisor and Chief Accounts Officer.
Yes, sir.
In which department?
Sir, Railways Accounts Department.
Railways Account Department. And what is DMW? That is that post office. What does it stand?
Sir, DMW refers to Diesel Modernization Works, which is one of the production units of railways.
Okay.
But it has been renamed on 31st of January 2022 as Patiala Loco Modernization Works.
Okay. Now, one more question. Who was Ravi Das? You must be knowing. Ravi Das.
Yes, sir. He was one of the reformers and a saint, Saint Ravidas, and he has played a prominent role during the socio-religious reform movement. And
Okay, no problem.
so he was basically based in Uttar Pradesh, and
I understand he was a poet reformer.
Yes, sir.
Any of his couplets or poems you know?
Sir, Begumpura is one of the references which he makes in one of his couplets, which refers to a land, a utopian land, whereby there is no sadness or no remorse.
Okay.
And he worked towards the towards reforming the caste system and the society at large.
Okay. And you have done your BCom from Sri Ram College of Commerce.
Yes, sir.
Who established this college?
Sir, Lala Shriram and 7 of the businessmen.
Who was Lala Shriram?
So Lala Shriram is the owner of the DCM, that is Delhi Cloth Mills.
Okay. Well, sir.
Sakshama, your extracurricular activities say that you are watching Korean daily blogs.
Yes, sir.
Any special interest in Korea or not elsewhere?
Sir, Korean daily vlogs have a specific feature. This is basically this vlogging thing arose during the lockdown period, whereby the silent vloggers or the anonymous vloggers who don't show their face, they started vlogging the daily minutiae of their life. So they show different aspects of their life, starting from waking up and then doing household chores and spending their day productively. So it basically sends a message that the idea of enjoyment is not restricted to the extravagant vacations or going out, etc. But it is about self-reflection. It is about starting the day with optimism and ending it with forgiveness.
Very good. You have studied organizational behavior.
Yes, sir.
I understand there is no strike in Tata's companies, and other companies are all having strikes and all that. So there is a vast difference in organizational behavior of the Tatas and the others.
Yes, sir.
What's the difference? Why so much?
So, specifically referring to strikes part, I would say that if the organizations have an in-house mechanism whereby the grievances of the employees can be heard and can be resolved, then the employees do not have to go for strikes, etc., or putting down their tools and not working altogether. But apart from this, if the atmosphere of the organization is such that employees do not have hesitation in speaking out their minds, then that is something that can reflect positively on the goodwill of the company as well.
You are from railways family. You must be interacting with your father. Must have studied also during one of the projects. How is organizational behavior structured in railways?
Sir, railways from the very bottom has certain unions formed of the employees who are working in the workshop, etc. But if we go up in the hierarchy, then there are departmental systems, and if there is any issue that has to be raised, then that is raised within the department.
So it should be good.
Yes, so that is good. Rather than airing the concerns in the media or going out, I think this is a better mechanism.
Okay. You have studied this human resource management also.
Yes, sir.
See, tell me whether human resource is an asset or it is a liability.
So human resource is definitely an asset if it is developed positively and the requisite skills are enhanced in a right manner. If not done so, then the human resource can also turn into a liability if they become frustrated or if they resort to certain crime, etc., if referring to the society at large.
About 20 years back, till 20 years back, we were talking so much of population control. But for last 20 years or so, we are not talking about it.
Yes, sir.
Why there is a shift?
So there is a very positive change whereby the regimes have started seeing population as an asset, whereby you can invest in the skill set of the population and you can tap the demographic dividend. However, certain other countries we've seen that they have resorted to population control measures like China, which has not yielded the needed result. So rather than population control, population development should be the method, whereby the population is developed to a level they can attain education and they understand their needs and they can perhaps resort to family planning on their own, which should be women-led.
Okay, one last question from my side. You have studied financial accounting also.
Yes, sir.
What I understand is that there are different accounting methods for the same thing.
Yes, sir.
If we have to reach at the same ultimate conclusion, so why have different accounting methods? Why not standardize a method of accounting for all purposes, for all companies, for all government departments?
So primarily there are two methods, and it basically refers to the ease of purpose and the purpose for which you are making your financial statements. For example, in companies, accrual system is used, which double entry system is also used, which is for representing the profit and loss and the financial position of the company. Whereas if we talk about government, the purpose is not to earn profit, but rather in welfare. So they make it in the single entry system or cash-based system. However, for harmonizing these standards all over the world, there are international financial reporting standards also.
There are standards also.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Sakshama. Tell me name of the one famous personality whom you share a birthday with.
Sir, I have not come across any such personality as of now.
Okay, are you aware of a person called V. Shantaram?
No, sir, sorry.
Okay. Now, your hobby is watching daily Korean vlogs.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that there is some behavioral modulations when you are in front of a camera and you are seeing what someone is trying to show you?
Sir, with regards to my personality or the vlogger?
The vlogger.
Sir, there is a stark contrast when the vlogger is showing their own face and vis-a-vis when they're not showing their own face. When they show their own face, the whole video becomes influencer-centric, and we as an audience also get connected to the person who's shooting the video and not to what the content they are serving. But when we see vlogs in which the person does not show their face, but they only serve us as the content and not their life and not their details, just what they are doing, simply showing their whole day, which is not focused on showing some fancy things, but the very daily core things. So I think that is a very stark contrast that I notice.
Okay. Now, Sakshama, what is Bazaar canteen model?
So Bazaar canteen model is by Fred Riggs, and he explained that in the developing countries, that is transitional societies, the market system and the government system, that is the canteen model, in which there are certain people who get things for bargain at a lesser price, where vis-a-vis there are certain persons who get the same thing at a higher price in the market. So both the systems are coexisting.
Tell me one example from India of Bazaar canteen model.
So there are certain government goods and services. For example, if we talk about National Food Security Act, the rice and wheat are subsidized for certain persons, but the other persons purchases from market.
Yeah. Military canteen can be one of the examples. Do you agree with it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Military
Kendriya
canteen.
Bhandars.
Kendriya Bhandars.
Yes, sir. They offer subsidized material to their own employees vis-a-vis others.
Okay. Okay, Sakshama, who is R.K. Krishna Kumar?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Are you aware with Tata Administrative Services?
Sir, not fully. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
Sakshama. I just saw in your DAF that you have not chosen Punjab as your home state. Why?
Yes.
That's not your first preference. Though your father has been into civil services, I think that could be a good, start for a young.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir, actually, I have spent my maximum years of my life in Patiala, except for the part when I was in college. So I feel that I need to have a change. I want to walk out of my comfort zone and take up more challenges. And it would be really exciting to experience a new culture. And I believe that that will add on to my efficiency and productivity.
But don't you think that as a civil servant, because the first thing first, when you go out as a civil servant, you need to get familiar with the place and the people.
Yes, sir.
Don't you think knowing the people of Punjab and knowing the conditions of the Punjab would be, will give you an edge over that?
Yes, sir, definitely that would have been an edge. But I believe that apart from the culture, the problems of poverty, hunger, alienation, etc., they are same all across India. So I believe that I'll be better able to.
They are not same across India. Any idea about Niti Aayog's SDG index?
Yes, sir.
Then does that say that all states are equal?
So the pain of that is same, but yes, the causes might be different. But I believe that I am at a level whereby I can learn about other things as well, as the services itself say that it is all India service. So we have to see India as a whole and not divided into various states.
But you build a house brick by brick. You can't just say that I'll just construct a wall and you have to go brick by brick.
Yes, sir, but I believe that even if I get selected, there are very less chances that I would be posted in home state, although I have not chosen it. So
Okay.
many officers have been working in different states, and I feel that they've been doing commendable work.
Okay, great. So assuming that you got a posting and being a female, you got the subordinates they are under you, they have some patriarchal mindset and they are not very much comfortable working under a female. What will be your approach to deal with the things?
Sir, I would first of all try to connect with them and try to understand that what their thinking is.
Their thinking, I have told you that they are patriarchal. They have some issues working under a female. There are people in our country with such mindset.
Yes,
And more so in Rajasthan, our first choice.
Yeah.
Rajasthan, more so in Rajasthan, first choice.
Sorry, sir, it's Maharashtra.
Yeah, but why?
Rajasthan, I
Why
think.
Chhattisgarh, Gujarat,
Rajasthan is
Madhya Pradesh, and
first.
Maharashtra?
Sir, zone third is my first.
Zone wise, zone first.
No, I mean, why did you, if you want to go out of your comfort zone, out of Punjab,
Yes, sir.
and you are interested in seeing other cultures and other things,
And
why not zone 5?
Problems are no less in Punjab.
Huh?
Problems are no less in Punjab.
Yeah. Zone 5 like Andhra, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana.
Sir, I had an affinity towards Maharashtra because I see that there's a lot of diversity in the topography. Like there are hill states, there are Naxal-prone areas, there are drought-prone areas. So that's why I chose
zone 2. Bihar or Jharkhand.
Fine.
It should have been zone 2 if that is.
Tell me something about history of Naxalism in India.
So Naxalism basically rose after the land reforms system that was done after independence. And there were various pockets in the country whereby land was alienated from certain persons. And owing to that reason, they rose in arms against the state of the day. And in which the prominent
Land reforms happened in 1951. Naxalism started somewhere in 1967. It's a gap of almost 1.5 decades between them.
So they were influenced by the Maoist ideology, and one of the main leaders was...
What is the basic difference between Maoist ideology and Marxist ideology of communism?
Sorry, sir, I'm not sure.
I just one more question. You have, I guess, your Korean thing is something which is catching the eye. Tell me something about the Korean War and the role of USA in that.
The Korean War was fought in 1960s, if I'm not wrong. And that was basically because of the Cold War that was happening within the two blocks of the world, that is China and USSR, that came to the doors of Korea and divided Korea along the 38th parallel. That is North Korea, which was supported by the Soviet bloc, and the South Korea, which was supported by the US bloc. And because of that war, most of the industries and ports, etc., they were destroyed in Korea.
And what is the demilitarized zone in Korea?
Sir, sorry, I'm not sure about it.
Thanks.
Okay. Now, I would just like to ask a few questions. You said you are Secretary of English Literary Society.
Yes, sir.
In Shriram College of...
Yes, sir.
Now, as secretary, what did you do as secretary? You organize events?
Yes, sir.
What type of events?
Sir, initially when we were elected, we organized a freshers event for the juniors. And after that, we had certain small events in which there were seminars and a trip to the Jaipur Literary Festival. We also went to the International FM, the place here in Delhi itself. And then after that, we organized the main fest and also a competition of with Taper Tale, which is a well-known entertainment company, which was a storytelling competition. Okay. And in February, the main fest of the college.
Okay. The second thing, coming back to international relations, current affairs.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any idea of the latest development in China-Afghan relations? Has, during the last 2-3 days, anything very important happened in this area, in the sphere of China-Afghanistan relations?
Sorry, sir, I'm not sure.
Any new development about Pakistan's so-called bankruptcy?
Yes, sir, Pakistan has been facing a lot of financial crisis, and it has been added on because of the flood-prone areas and the natural disasters being faced. And they have also went to the IMF regarding the assistance. However, China has been keen on expanding its footprint there and providing resources to the country.
And any new developments, recent development? Yesterday's?
Sorry, sir.
Okay, no problem. I am surprised that you're a little, perplexed that your father is in railway accounts.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that? But you have not opted railway services as any of the top preferences.
Yes,
Why?
sir.
Because you have done BCom with financial management and all that, and your father has been working in accounts, so you might be quite familiar with the thing.
Yes, sir.
That would have made you given you an easy entry in railway services.
Yes, sir.
So why not that? Why did you? What is so important in IAS and IFS and police service that you have ignored the railway services?
Sir, I'm sorry, but I have not ignored. But I feel that the Indian Administrative Service has a very wide scope, as in it covers the entire country, all the matters, all the fields. Whereas railways, it restricts to the departmental undertaking of railways only.
And what is your motive behind applying for Indian Administrative Service?
Sir, Indian Administrative Service basically is a very diverse field whereby it provides personal development. Along with it, it also helps one achieve the long-term objective of self-satisfaction by bringing quality in the lives of the poor people.
But that you can achieve by being a social worker.
Sir, social workers do not have a very organized setup, and I feel that the Indian Administrative Service is a premier service and it provides an opportunity to connect with the grassroots better.
Okay.
One last question, I think. I'll come to the extracurricular activity. You said public speaking.
Yes, sir.
I find that you speak very well. Did you contest any election in the college?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My position that I got, that is the secretary, that was through the Students' Union elections.
Through elections?
Yes, sir.
You must have given a good speech and everything there.
Sir, actually at my time, there was one-sided election only because the second panel wasn't strong enough and they couldn't put in their candidates. So there was unfortunately not such an opportunity provided. But yes, we interacted on ground level with the juniors and the seniors.
Okay.
Any last questions?
Yeah, Sakshama. Who was the first CAG of India?
Sorry, sir, I can't recall right now.
Okay, was he IAS or Indian Account Services?
Sorry, sir.
It has often been said that the first three Indian Account Services or CAG was from Indian Account Services, and they did stellar works. So how do you define generalist versus specialist, particularly with regard to CAG? And because you have studied accounts at your undergraduate level, do you think that you would have done good with the Indian Account Services?
Yes, sir. Provided the opportunity, I will definitely do justice with my work. I feel that generalist versus specialist debate must be more focused in the domain specialization in our country, because the generalists are also doing commendable work right now. Provided when they work in different fields, it provides a very holistic perspective, which is very useful in policy making. Whereas specialists know more about less things. So that makes a big difference. However, there is training provided to all the officers, which bridges the gap between the background and the services that they are going to enter into.
Okay.
I think so.
Thank you, Sakshama.
Thank you, sir.